What's up, everybody? Welcome to another one of Dave's Daily Dives, where I go ahead and dig in the stock market charts of the day, and boy, was it a doozy today. Not only are we going to look at the major market averages, but I got 5 Zacks Rank #1 strong buy stocks that you guys should consider looking at mañana. What I mean by that is there's Zacks Rank #1 strong buy stocks. Still have a great story from an earnings perspective. They just got beat up by the market today, and that's exactly the type of stuff that you want to see when you're looking for stock ideas to buy. Is something that's on sale. If you liked it yesterday, you should love it today because everything got beat up pretty good. Now, first, I want to go to the Dow. Now, I'm actually happy that the Dow's come down a little bit because it finally gave me a fib structure that I could use. And, of course, you guys could argue with me. You don't have to use my fib structure. That's fine. You could make the argument I should go way further back, but I'm not going to. It's my party. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw from this relative swing low that we have here in November down near 23 to the recent highs up here at probably make this thicker. There we go. At 26,634, somewhere around there, right? Obviously, you can make these exact. It doesn't, I don't really ever need that because the market's never going to do it to the exact point. So don't get too worked up on the deets here. But what have we done? Now we could draw some actual retracement levels. So the first of which being the 23.6 at 25,827. So right around there gives you a potential level of support should the market continue to come down. Of course, the 50-day way down here at 24,807. So that's quite a ways off of the current price action. So you got a long way down there, some support here, another level of support at the 38.2% retracement at 25,328. So those are the next few levels. I doubt we get down into this. I really do. A couple of days of selling. It's definitely healthy. I like it. I would expect the market to kind of come a little bit shallow here. Find some support should we can continue to go down there. That was on the Dow, the strongest of the charts, basically. Now on the Russell. So this is the small cap index, and still working. It's August low to October high, retraces and extensions. The market came right there to the 61.8% extension of this move. And lo and behold, from there, starting to peel back a little bit. Where could it go? I'm really thinking that this extension level is 23.6 extension. Also happened to be a little bit of a resistance level. You had the intraday uptick, and then we spent a few days trying to get over it, came back down to test it. I think that's a really big line in the sand for the market, for the small caps at least. And if you look at the 50-day moving average right there at 1546, that's just too much coincidence, I think. And with these sharp down days here, I'm actually hoping that this comes down a little bit further, retest that, then bounces. I think the market will be much healthier if it does. Last but not least for today, I just want to look at the Nasdaq composite, and you'll see Nasdaq, again, barely a move down. 50-day all the way 7,020, which it could do, which I will. We can just, again, put a kind of a local fib. I suppose you could even come from here. Gives you an idea of a little bit of potential support here. Stronger support at 72.79. So some areas here in the short term that I think can be hit could provide some short-term buying opportunities. So tomorrow, we'll see what happens. We've got the State of the Union address tonight. We'll see how the market reacts to that for early in the morning, if there's any surprises, depending on what So after, whoops. So after getting up here into new highs, stalled out a little bit today, but not much of a dip for Dollar Tree. And again, remember, these are Zacks rank #1 strong buy stocks. So there's been some earnings estimate revisions to the upside that have helped to boost this stock higher, at least help underpin some of this move. Look at this 50-day. I mean, isn't that gorgeous? Just bottom left to top right. That's all the way down at 107. So if you're looking to chase it here, you'll put your stops just south of that 50-day moving average. Everything looks great. You've got a commodity channel index. It's a little overbought. Now it's come down to the 100 level. Still overbought. I like it when these come down to the zero line and bounce. That's a nice little continuation pattern I've used with some success. But you don't necessarily need to do that here. Again, Zacks rank #1 strong buy. Dollar Tree, DLTR. Then we've got Innova International. So this is a online financial services firm, basically. And huge jump here over the last few days. Right up at new highs. Broke out from previous resistance right around the $17 level. Nice move there. Breaking out. Look at the commodity channel index. After coming down to -100, crossing through the zero line, giving you a short-term buy signal, off to the races. This is looking pretty good. Something you can chase. Put your stops shy of that $17 level. Nice little risk versus reward there on Innova, ENVA. Then we've got Fair Isaac Co. So if you're ever out there trying to buy a new car or get some credit cards, and you see your credit score, you can thank Fair Isaac for that one. They developed that whole system pretty much. And look at this. We've got lots of support at the 50-day on multiple occasions. Most recent was to start the year with the stock under 155. Since then, look at this huge intraday. Ends up opening high, gapping down, or not gapping down, but trailing down intraday, coming all the way back, but still finishing lower on the day. Next day pushes on through. Here we are in new highs again. Volume's probably a little bit thin in here. So if you're going to chase this, I'd put my stops shy of that swing low. I don't necessarily think you got to go below the 50-day, though. I think it's going to end up catching up. That's FICO, or Fair Isaac ticker, FICO, F-I-C-O. Then we've got the Marriott International. And like a lot of hotels, it's been just off to the races. Pretty spectacular move here. And that bullish trend just remains intact. Remember, these are Zacks ranked #1 strong buy stocks. So there have been earnings estimate revisions to the upside that have helped to support some of this move. Really, the last time it even retraced at all was into November. Really solid floor at 125. Since then, it's been straight up. I suppose you can use south side of the 50-day to get out of this if you want to chase it at new highs here of 147.27. That's on Marriott. The last one I got for you is in the tech business. It is Seagate. So I guess most well known for the hard drives. And notice the big gap up and has not looked back from that gap. Now, here's this intraday move after earnings at $50. Kind of corresponded to some action that we saw previously. You can go ahead and get in at the highs. Make yourself a note to stop out just below that $50 level. And it's another stock that you can go ahead and rock on into this new year. I guess it's still a new year, right? It's only been a month of 2018. And that's a decent way to play it. All right, risk versus reward there. Downside risk is buffered, or at least countered by that sort of $50 level, which should provide some support should the stock come on down. All right, that's all I got for you here today on Dave's Daily Dive. Be sure to check me out on Twitter at Bartosiastics. And, of course, here on Zacks, I am that guy running home run. Not home run. What am I talking about? Used to run home run. Now I do momentum trader and surprise trader. And then coming up soon, blockchain innovators, my friends. I'm sure you'll want to hear all about that. That's coming up here just in a few weeks. But in the meantime, you can always catch me here on Dave's Daily Dive. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you all later in the week.